Hello guys, I'll try to give the answers of the questions of today's quizzes. This will be the first quiz. There is a reading passage here. I hope you don't have any problems about this. It should be very easy, I suppose. The answer of the first question is, of course, vacation. So I will mark the answers like this. Okay, so they are going on vacation. This is very easy. And the second one, the family planned to travel by plane, of course. And the next one, number 3, is C. Sorry, 20 minutes. And the next one, number 4, I'm not familiar with this application. This is Wilson. And number 5 should be A, according to the passage. I hope you don't have any questions about this. If you do, you can ask me in the meeting, Zoom meeting. Let's go on to the grammar part. Number 6, question 6. Blank take a taxi to the airport. Now, there is a question mark, so it should be, why not? That is not possible because there is a question mark here. That's important. And 7, my English is getting blank day by day, getting better. The others are not possible. Good is nonsense. Best is superlative. Well, I have never heard this. So A is correct. And 8, after Robert had done his homework, he went out to play with his friends. Now, as you know, if you are using past perfect tense together with past simple tense, we use the past perfect immediately after the conjunction after. So we use past perfect immediately after the conjunction after. And in the second clause, we use past simple. And number 9, question number 9, I didn't have enough time to study my lessons yesterday. It should be easy. There was a time expression yesterday. I didn't study enough yesterday. And question 10. For the past 3 weeks, we have been having a wonderful time. The tense of this sentence is, it's asking the tense. We have been having. We have been having. So that's what? Present perfect, continuous, of course. And 11, Tokyo has a population of around 30 million. That is far, we are comparing, far higher than. In the sentence, there is no the word than, so we have to choose B, not A. We should be careful. And question 12, what about blank Istanbul this summer? Suggestion. There is a question mark. We start with what about? What about visiting? Of course. And 13, it is 12 o'clock. The plane is late, and Jim's family has been waiting. Jim's family has been waiting. Present perfect continuous. 4 hours, for 2 hours. That's the reason we use the present perfect continuous tense. The others, for example, has waiting is not English. There is no tense like that. Have you waited? No tense like that. Have been waited. That's passive structure. We don't need it. Anyway, it doesn't make sense with the verb wait. And next one, number 14. Before 1800, most immigrants had been. Yes. Had been from Britain. With the conjunction before, we use the past perfect tense, but in the second clause, not after, immediately after, before. It's not similar to after. Immediately after, before, we can use the past simple, and in the second clause, we can use the past perfect tense if the actions are in the past. Number 15, 4 centuries ago, Manhattan, just 13 miles long and less than 2 miles wide, blank, an island of woods. Now it says 4 centuries ago, so it must be past simple, of course. And number 16, I think it is better if I give the answer only. If there is something to explain, I'll try to explain it. So the answer for question number 16 is B, because, as you know, the order of these words, first of all, must be at the beginning. Then we can use then, or after that. But finally must be at the end. First of all at the beginning, finally at the end. And we have only choice B, like that. The others are incorrect. 17, which one of the following is not a correct suggestion? Okay, the answer is C. I suggest you to call and arrange a time. Yes, I suggest you to call. No, we don't need to here. That's why it's wrong. The others are correct, correctly formed. What about going? Why not contact? Let's talk. They are correct. But after suggest, we use a person, an object, and then we use verb 1 without to, infinitive without to. So this is wrong. And 18, question 18, the answer should be B, better life than before. This is a comparison. We need to compare the form of the adjective. A is wrong. C is superlative. More good is not English. And 19, the answer should be, of course, A, until Europeans started arriving. Americans' population had remained small. Since doesn't make sense. When is not correct. And after is not correct either. Okay. 20. Choose a correct statement. The answer is, correct answer should be B. What about contacting your college? After what about we use verb ing, so this is correct. A is what about contact your college? After what about we don't use verb 1, we use verb ing. So A is wrong. Why not contacting your college? After why not, we use verb 1, why not contact would be possible. And we use infinitive without to after why not. There is 2 here, this is also false. question 21. After the doctors had treated, after the conjunction after, we use the past perfect first. After the doctors had treated the patient, they sent him home, past simple. In B, in B, it uses the verb 1 form, so that's wrong. We need past simple. Okay. And 22. Yes, blank designing a new plan for the project. Let's designing is wrong. I suggest designing is wrong. Why not designing? Okay. Yes. Why not designing is wrong as well. After why not, we use verb 1. So 23. Everyone enjoyed the party. Blank. Question tag question. Enjoyed is past simple. So we say didn't they. Everyone is singular, as you know. But in question tags, we use they. Because we can't say everyone enjoyed the party, didn't he or didn't she, because everyone, when we say everyone, we mean more than one person, but normally it uses singular verb form after enjoy, everyone. But in question tags, because we don't know whether it's he or she, we use they. And the next one, question number 24. You haven't had time to explore Washington yet. Haven't had. Have you? So because there is negative verb form here, the auxiliary verb is in negative form, we use a positive in the question tag. 25. Sam will visit them. First, he will finish his work. Use before to connect these two sentences. Okay, Sam will finish his work before he visits them. So the important thing here is when we use before to mean future, after the conjunction before, we don't use future form. We use the present simple form. Before he visits refers to the future. So Sam will finish his work before he will visit is wrong. So B is wrong. Sam visits them before he will first finish his work. It doesn't make sense. Before he will, after, before, we never use future, I said. And before Sam finishes his work, he will visit them. This doesn't have the same meaning with the original sentence. Structure is correct, but it doesn't have the same meaning given in the question. So A should be our answer. And 26. They wait at the factory. The work is done carefully. Use till to join the two sentences. Okay, let's look. They will wait at the factory till the work is done carefully. So after till is a conjunction. If you refer to the future, after till, after these conjunctions, we use present simple to talk about future. So C is correct. 27. The organizer of the programs. Organizer is singular. So the verb form depends on the subject. The organizer is the subject. The organizer of the program. So we say hasn't started yet. Now, this shouldn't confuse you. For example, we have plural form of the noun here, but our subject is the organizer. So the verb form should depend on the subject. Okay, the organizer is the subject. The organizer of the programs, you can say this, the whole phrase here is the subject, yes, but the organizer is singular, not plural. One person is the organizer of more than one program. That's why we say the organizer of the programs. Still, the subject is singular. And 28. After he. Again, we have the conjunction after here. So when we refer to the past, we use past perfect. First, after the conjunction after. The report, after he had typed the report, he left the office. So the rule is this. After the conjunction after, we use the past perfect tense if we refer to past. Question 29. Okay, question 29. Blank, you keep an afternoon free for seeing the sights of New York. So we say, I suggest, because we have you here. I suggest you keep I suggest you keep an afternoon free. Because of you, we choose I suggest. And 30, why not? Why not offer some food for the guests? There is a question mark at the end. So we don't use let's. We have verb 1 here. So when you see verb 1, we have either two choices, either let's or why not. In that case, you look at the question mark. Is there a question mark or not? If yes, we choose why not. And 31, a similar question. Why not have a rest for 10 minutes? Have is verb 1, and there is a question mark again. So we choose D as the correct answer. 32, I suggest. After suggest, we use an object. I suggest you. And then we use verb 1. So C is correct. D is not correct because after you there is verb ing form here. So that's wrong. And 33. Sana has to study during vacations. Sana has to. So we ask questions, for example, like, do you have to? Does she have to? So the question tag here should be, doesn't she? Now, this can confuse some students. I explained that in the class many times. We never say hasn't she, because this is not she has got, hasn't she? Now, if the sentence is something like this, she has got something, hasn't she? Or if the tense is present perfect, for example, she has done her homework, hasn't she? In that case, we can use hasn't she. But here, has to means must. So in this case, the question tag should be doesn't she? Because when we ask a question, we say, does she have to? Okay, I think that's clear. And the next one, 34. Your brother can win the game. That should be easy. Can, can't he? And 35. I'm not a law officer. I am not. Am I? That should be easy, I think. We use the same auxiliary in the negative form. This is negative, so we use positive. And next one, 36. There isn't enough food for them. There isn't. Is there? Our answer should be A. There is there? The question tag for a sentence where there is this expression, there is or there isn't, we use there, not it. Is there? So is it is wrong. And 37, sleep on the sofa. This is what? Imperative form. Sleep on the sofa is an imperative form. And if the sentence is in the imperative form, the question tag is always will you. "38, everything is ready for using. Everything is ready." So the question tag should be, of course, isn't it? Everything is singular. Okay? It's not like everybody. When we use everybody, we use they in the question tag because we don't know which one to use, whether if, for example, she or he. But here it's it. That should be easy. And 39, I'm going to attend the meeting. I'm going to attend the meeting. Okay, some students might confuse this one. I put it in the malzeme. So if you have studied that, you shouldn't confuse it, I think. I am. The question tag of I am is aren't I. It's strange, but it's English, aren't I? We don't use, for example, amn't I. Am I not is possible, but we don't have it. We have am not I. That's wrong. Am I not is possible. Okay, next one, question 40. Gold is than silver, comparative. Expensive is a long adjective. The comparative form of it should be more expensive. Of course. Expensive is not English. This is not English. Expensive is the adjective. It's not in the comparative form. Most expensive is superlative. But we need, because there is than here, we need comparative. Okay, and 41, this room is than the other room. More quiet. This room is more quiet than the other room. Quieter is possible, but there is double T here, so the spelling here is wrong. Sorry. So here, there is double T here. That's wrong. But with one T, quieter is possible. Quietest is superlative, so that's wrong. More quiet is the correct answer. D is not correct either. And 42. Okay, Shakespeare is the most famous English playwright, superlative form. Because we are comparing Shakespeare with all playwrights in England. So we use most famous. There is no than here, so it's not comparative form, it's superlative. Famous-test. Famous is a long adjective, so we don't say famous-test or famousest. So that's wrong. It's not English, this one here. 43. My friend is luckier than me. My friend is luckier than me. Oh my God. Okay, lucky. Just remember the rule. If the last letter of the adjective is Y, we change it to I, luckier. And usually the ER form, we make a comparative form by putting ER. .44. This computer should be very easy, better than that one. Gooder is not English. Best is superlative, but we have than here. Okay, so because of than, it should be comparative, not superlative. More good is not English either. Okay, now textbook questions. Question 45. Then you should pick up your luggage. And then you should pick up your luggage and yes, go through customs, it should be. Okay, there are many messages right now. I don't know why. They should be in the exam right now. The students, I mean. Okay. So this is according to the book, of course. In the book, there is an exercise. It's asking you to match the half of the sentences, the halves of the sentences. So according to that, it should be go through customs. And 46. Let me see, yes, was the main center of trade by 1830. According to the text, of course. No explanation is needed because it's a text question. And 47. After that, you should go through security to the departure lounge. Again, according to the text, the exercise. 48. The Dutch. Yes, the Dutch founded New Amsterdam. Okay, founded. Found is a verb that is not the past form of find. So you should not confuse these two here. Founded. Found is the past form of find. But found, establish. If you use it as verb one, found means establish. And the past tense, it's regular, founded. So our answer is B. And 49, Azad's presentation is building the new Kurdistan, and it will be on Tuesday, 2 p.m. So our answer is A. Oil and water resources in the Middle East is Azad's second presentation. Okay, and it's not on Tuesday, 2 p.m. So B is wrong. B is wrong because the second presentation is not on Tuesday at 2 p.m. It's on Wednesday at 11:30. And C is not correct because building the new Kurdistan is not on Wednesday at 11:30. That's wrong. So our answer is A. D, again, they are mixed up. That's not correct. And 50. Before 1800, most immigration to New York had been from Britain. From the text, it should be 1800.